Well, since it gives a good ankle right here, I said I'll go ahead and just talk about something this evening. I want to talk about some shit that pissed me off probably about 24 hours ago. I don't know how to actually start it off, but I'm gonna start it off like this here. There's a difference between being educated and being wise. I'm gonna say wise. Just because you're educated doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. You have a lot of people who are very fucking educated, but they don't know what the hell they be talking about half of the fucking time. They just don't. They think they sell. They think they. I was talking with a lady today. They think they do. And people like. Let me give you an example. Like people say, "Child, you know he know the law. He know his rights." Yeah, knowing the law that doesn't say that the law is just and right. The law is corrupt. So why would I want to? That's like you upholding white supremacy. Like, let me throw some other examples in. The way you can spot a person who is typical asshole, I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck how educated you is. And this, I'm just speaking in general because a lot of people say, "Well, he educated. He know what he talking about. She know what he talking about." No, it ain't got nothing to do with whether you know what you're talking about. It's how you use what you got with what you have. You got some people don't have no kind of education at all. Ain't they don't like me. I don't consider myself well versed in a lot of things. I know I still need to understand and all, but just because you're educated doesn't mean you understand, because you have a lot of educated people out there who still don't understand. They just can randomly just give you some information, but there's a difference in understanding. Some people, I know some educated people. It's like you, if you see them, you wouldn't even you'll know that they're educated and they on point when they be making good points in their conversation with their education and with their degrees. But at the same time, you would hate to see see them motherfuckers coming. I know some like that. Just because you can come up here and you can tell me you know the white man's law, you know the law. The law is not designed for a so-called black man here in America. It's not designed. It's designed to keep you down. That's why they call it white supremacy. If you don't know what the hell that means. I'll take time and look it up. What does white supremacy mean?
Here's the definition of white supremacy: the belief that white people are superior to those of all other races, especially the black race, and should therefore dominate society.
White supremacy means everything controlled. It's all about them. Dominant, control, supremacy. White supremacy or supremacism is the racist belief that white people are superior to superior to people of other race. and therefore should be dominated over them. While supremacy has roots in the now discredited doctrine of scientific racism and often relies on the this scientific arguments, like most similar movements such as neo-Nazarism. White supremacists typically opposes numbers of other races as well as Jews. The term also is used to describe a political theology that penetrates and maintains the social and political, historical, or institutional dominant by white people, as evidenced by the historical and contemporarily social, political, and structure, such as the Atlantic slave trade, Jim Crow laws in the United States, the set of white Australian politics from the 1890s until the mid 1970s, and apparent in South Africa. The different forms of white supremacism put forth different conceptions of who is considered white, and different groups of white supremacy identify various racial and cultural groups as their primarily enemy. Everything is based upon supremacy, white. It's all about them. You know what I'm saying? White supremacy has a ideological foundation that dates back to the 17th century. Scientific racism, the predominant the pentagram of human variation that helps shape international relations and racial policy from the latter part of the Age of Enlightenment until the late 20th century, marked by look like it's decolonization and the abortions of apparent in the South, in South Africa in 1991, founded by that country. The country material elections, the election in 1994. Everything is based upon white supremacy. You know, no matter what group or race or nationality it is, it's all based upon white supremacy. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come back and I'm just for the record to see how this video came out.